What is the hardest thing about being a single mother that people don't see? I'll go first. For me, it's the mental load. I feel like 100% of everything is on me, and parenting just never stops. I just feel like my. See? Yes. Okay, go. It's 11:30 at night. See? I just feel like my mental is at its capacity sometimes, and I just don't have the bandwidth to parent all the time. But no matter what, the show must go on. What about you? Yeah, I really think that is just one of the hardest things for me. It's just 100% of everything is always on me, and it's hard mentally and can be taxing on my brain sometimes.
If I'm going to be honest, I think the hardest thing that people don't talk about in motherhood is having to choose between your children and your job constantly. I have a sick toddler that I've had to take to the emergency room twice now, pediatrician. Nobody knows what's going on. He's in constant pain. I have tried everything that I know to try to get this resolved. It's been over a week now, but I also just started a new job. And before I started this job, I was without a job for 2 months. So I need my job, but I also need my child. And I think it's just a struggle of the mind that nobody talks about.
Therapy was today. We on Thursdays now. My nose is red, so you already know what it is. Being a single mother is fucking hard, and that's what we talked about today in therapy. Okay? As good as I make it look, and I do make it look good, this shit is hard, all right? And when young women ask me about being a mother, or women in general who don't have children ask me about being a mother, I always tell them don't fucking do it. The anxiety around being a mother just makes it, you know, I don't want to say not worth it, but like, honestly, if you couldn't save yourself some anxiety, why the fuck not? I want so much for my son to have a better life than me, little to no trauma. I want him to grow up knowing how to swim and fish and ride a bike and roller skate and all the shit that kids supposed to know how to do, you know what I'm saying? And also I want him to take vacations and have this village of loving people and positivity. But I also have goals. I'm still trying to elevate myself, you know, and I don't want to stay stagnant because I'm gonna stay where I know I have a lot of support, which really is nowhere. But you know, it would have been easier for me to be back in my hometown because that's where my immediate family is. But that ain't me. I'm in Houston, and I'm in Houston with nobody, you know what I'm saying? And as fucked up as me and my mom's relationship was and kind of still is, I think I took for granted the fact that I could always call her and she would be there. Now I would be dealing with other bullshit on the back end, but she would still be there as support for me and Cam. And that's just the physical anxiety. We're not talking about the emotional anxiety that comes with constantly worrying when Cam is not with me physically, or never wanting him to be sad and just worrying about the heartbreak and heartache that he's going to have to go through growing up as a, you know, as a young man and as an adult. The anxiety is just never ending. And I mean, you see women out there who put themselves before their kids all the time. They don't give a damn. And then you see those women who put their kids first so much that they forget about their dreams, their goals, their aspirations, and everything. And so it's harder as a woman who's trying to balance, you know, who's just trying to care about myself just enough where I continue to reach my goals. But you know what I'm saying? I would never put myself over Cam to the point where it is detrimental to him. So anyways, my therapist gave me pointers, gave me a pat on the back, told me I was doing good, and yeah.
It is not teaching these dudes no sort of lesson. It is teaching us a lesson. I have done one-on-ones with so many women that get $97 a month in child support, $277 a month, $300 a month in child support, $150 a month in child support. And everything else with the child, they have to do on their own. Yet they're telling you as younger girls, girl, have your baby and put that nigga on child support. The child support ain't supporting, bitch. It ain't working. From a real bitch to y'all young girls, don't fuck y'all life up like a lot of bitches older than y'all have done. The value of being with you, the value in being with you as a wife, as a spouse, 80 to 90% of the time, and you can take this fucking statistic to the bank and cash that hole, it brings your value down. As a man dating and looking for a woman, running across you young girls with 1, 2, 3, 4 kids from a nigga that don't want to help you, ain't studying you, didn't want a baby with you, don't got nothing good to say about you, and you don't got nothing good to say about him. This is not a situation where if I'm a man with good intentions that I'm going to want to walk and sit in and build in with you. Do y'all understand this? These older hoes that already fucked up, they not going to tell y'all that. They too triggered. They too bothered when I say this. I'm just letting it simmer. I got a lot more to say. And again, I'm talking to the young girls that want it real. This shit where we sit up on the internet and
I'm not gonna lie, I keep seeing videos of women talking about how much they don't enjoy motherhood and how they regret being moms. And I understand that because I think that I might not enjoy motherhood either. If I got to that point, I'm not sure I would like it either. But I think this is happening to a lot of y'all because a lot of y'all are not having kids because you want kids. You're having kids because, like, you see a kid as a byproduct of the love you have for that man. Which is valid. I do understand loving a man so bad that, like, oh, I want to have his babies. But that don't mean you actually do it, baby. If you don't want a kid so bad that you're willing to do it on your own, then you might not need to do it. Like, if the only way you're going to be happy as a mother is if you're doing it with this man, then you might not need to do it, especially if this man is not your husband. Not that him being your husband is going to make him stay, because we've seen that that's not the case. But, like, especially if that man is not legally binded to you in some way, then you probably don't need to have that kid unless you just know that you yourself want to be a mother no matter what. If you don't got love for the kids like that, you probably need to go ahead and use some protection, baby. I'm not gonna lie.